Hello and welcome back to the Rusty Ferret podcast. Thank you for coming back. I got so many comments on the stashing down video. I was not expecting that. So thank you, and thank you to all the new followers. Big loves. I did the Gen Z heart thing and didn't really explain that. I can't even do it anymore. How do they do? Oh, is that it? That's really awkward. Just do that. Okay. So I wanted to one, this vlog is late in going up. It should have been up on, what is this, Tuesday? It should have been up Sunday night. I didn't think I'd done enough knitting, so I didn't do anything. I also spent like my coronation weekend sewing frocks for going on holiday, so I didn't do any knitting at all. Anyway, I did film little clips of what was going on in my brain, and it's pure chaos, so enjoy the chaos. Well, hello. Sorry about the poor quality. I am on my iPad. So I have been working on the Flutter butt. Hang on. Yeah, the Flutter butt top in my Easy Knits. Big boy. I can't remember the colour. And I was really enjoying the pooling down the bottom. Can you see? And I was like, I don't know how to continue that pooling all the way up, because you split the pattern for the front and the back. So while I was seeing my knit group friends, Gail said, why don't you steek the armholes so you can keep knitting in the round? So I have inserted stitches for the steek. 7 at this side and 7 for the other side, because that's what an online tutorial told me. However, as you can see, it has set off the pooling to being stripy. And I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So then I decided to just try knitting backwards and forwards to see like if it would actually make a difference. And it hasn't, it's still stripy. So I think what I'm gonna do is take it back to where I inserted for the steek and put, instead of 7, maybe 2 or 3. I'm not quite sure what I can get away with. I think 3 would be the least. I mean, 1 would be the least, but then I'm not knowledgeable enough about steeks to know if you can just do 1. So we'll try 3, because I mean that'll be like what, nearly a quarter. I'll be losing a quarter of the stitches. No, half of the stitches. So maybe that'll kind of pull it back again. So annoying, because I have knit so much from the where I've added. So but yeah, that's just a quick update. So bye. I finally found my gorilla pod? Gorilla? I'm not sure what that thing is. So we discussed earlier about my Flutter butt. Oscar's down on the floor with me. Oscar, do you want to say hi? Oh wait, no, I'll have to flip the camera. Hang on. We're gonna rip it back. So let's do that. Let's rip it real good. Although I'm gonna have to put in a, you can't see this, let me just scooch you around. Right, I hope you can see that. I'm gonna have to make sure I mark where the, oh, we up tuck the stitches. Oh, it's a bird. There was a bird on the roof. Oh, that was spooky. That was spooky. I'm actually also gonna move this marker also so that I don't have to count again to where it needs to be. Is that lazy? Yes. I'm also gonna put where the start marker is, my little mahjong. I'm gonna put a double bulb on that so that I know that's the start of the round. Just to keep things simple. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is satisfying. I mean, it's annoying, but it's still satisfying when you just, you know, yank your needles out. Ah! Oh god, this thing's huge. So I'm doing that. That's really hard. Oh, okay. Look how big that is. That's gonna be so... That's really big. Is that too big? Wait. Can you see me? Is that too big? Like, I mean, it would fit my body, but what do we think? I'm not reknitting the whole thing. So let's just get our wee ball and just go for it, shall we? I always find it very satisfying to rip things out. So I'll just rip it back. Thankfully we've got that cast on bit. I'll just rip it back to there and I'll put it back on the needles. Let me show you the satisfying. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Now we need to put them back on the thing.
Yes. I take daily strolls around the small paths to make sure I don't miss any of it.
It's me again. One thing I have to say is when you're picking up stitches, don't worry too much if there's one that has kind of slipped through. Because what you would just do, I need to get to one. Just say like this one has like slipped through. What I would do here is, this is not a good angle, pick up the one, pick up the one underneath, and then when you, and then just keep going, and when you get to that stitch, when you're doing your next round, then just like knit the thread behind. It means that you're not trying to, like, see, that's another one that's slipped through. So I'm just going to pick up that white and leave that thread at the back. So I'll pick up the next one, you can see it. And when I get to it, I will just knit that thread and then knit the next stitch. Because, see, there's more. Because it means that I'm not having to worry. The same as like picking up stitches in the right direction. I can, excuse me, sorry. The dog had the physio today and he was in the water treadmill and you've got to like encourage him and he really wasn't having it. And I've kind of lost my voice a little bit. It means you're not faffing about too much and slacking off more stitches while you're trying to get the stitches on the needle. Whereas once you've got at least the one underneath, it's not going to ladder down, or even a couple underneath, and you can switch the stitch direction on the next way round. It's basically just getting them into a safe position where you can then fix what's happening. I suppose you do have to be not quite confident, but you've got to kind of know what you're up to do that. So maybe not a beginner, but I don't see why not. I top tip. Okay, I'm gonna get back to YouTube and picking up stitches.
This one is perfect. Oh no, it's perfect. No. I prefer this one here. Oh, so happy that you're staying with me. What? Let me know what this looks like, because I have to hold her.
Let me show you how I do this. Okay, so I need like an over the head. Ooh. How do people film this without like a big rig? So, like this, you can see this stitch hasn't been picked up. It's the one underneath. So I'll just knit to it. Oh, I didn't show you that. So I'll knit to it, and then I will scoop the stitch up like the drop stitch with my needle, and then I'll use my left needle to flick it over, put it back on the other needle, and just knit it. You've got to just have faith and check which ones are dropped. The same with one I've picked up the wrong way around. Is this one a dropped one? Yeah. So this is a dropped one. So put it onto your right needle, scoop it up, put it over, back to your left needle. I mean, you could always go around just slipping stitches if you're not comfortable knitting the ones, like knitting up to it, and then if you find that easier. If you've got a couple, like that's just the stitch above. If you have a couple, you would just do the lowest loose bit first. Does that make sense? Maybe I could drop some stitches. Hang on. So 1, 2, 3. So you see how we have the 3 bars first. So what I'm gonna do is go to the bottom one. So I've already got my stitch on my right needle. Bottom one, over. Next one, over. Top one, over. It does make your stitches look a bit wonky. However, I think once you kind of give it a tug and block it, it looks okay. I don't know how to do it on the purl side, so don't ask me. But yeah, once that's blocked, you're not gonna notice. But okay, so I maybe need to figure out a better like over this. I need like a GoPro rig on my chest. So yeah, I'm back to where I need to be to put the stakes in. And I will catch up with you once I've done that. I'm gonna go glue one of my greenhouse panes back together again because it's broken. Bye. I'm so tired. Bye. Hello, I join you from the conservatory where I am working on my Flutter butter shirt. Flutter butt shirt. So I have knit. I'm sorry if you're wibbling, you're on my knee. Hang on. Me and the dog here under duvet. The dog is there. This is how we live. Oh my god, hang on. Is that better? I'll try not to wiggle my legs. So I have, you saw me ripping this out. I have since knitted a good 5 inches of the 8.5 inches I have to knit for the front and back. I ended up just putting in, I don't know if you can see that, I ended up just putting in 3 steek stitches in the hopes that I can cut the middle stitch and catch the other 2. I haven't thought that far ahead, but yeah, I'm glad I did that because the pooling, although it's not as crazy and jazzy as it is on the bottom with that little swoosh. It is stripy, like, in, I don't know, like, not single stripe, but like, so I'm gonna just sit here and knit until I have something more to show you. But yeah, this is progressing actually quite quickly. I can't say that I have done days and days of knitting on this, but maybe a couple evenings watching the TV, and I'm not a particularly fast knitter, so I'm gonna read my book and knit away on this. I will show you though, I found this thing online, Knitty Natty. I'm gonna have to stretch, I'm sorry. Wibble. She has this thing called a book bone that you can't get in the UK, it's made in America, but I found this travel gimbal thing that clicks open and extends so you can hold your books open. This was my uncle's books. It's quite good actually. What is it? Prodigal Son by Greg Horowitz. Would recommend if you like a bit of a thriller. But yeah, is this even interesting? I don't know. Clipping it on, extend around, opening it up, slipping it on. It's not great for the big books. And then it clicks open. Oh my goodness, what a travesty. Yeah, it clicks open, and then you can read without your hands, which I think is excellent because it means I'll do more reading. So I'm gonna wait to read my book and work in this and see if I can get up to the shoulder, and we'll see how we deal with them once we get there. I'll see you when you get there, if you ever get there. Okay, bye. Hi folks. So this is now, what is this, Friday. I was through in Dundee yesterday. I had a hospital appointment, and I saw Hannah and went to the V&A, and I did zero knitting. So I'm literally sat on the floor in the living room, kind of half in my pajamas, half dressed, knitting, waiting for I'm shredding things for in the garden. So I'm waiting between my shredder overheating and cooling down. I'm knitting. I really thought I would have had more knit by now, but no, hang on, let me see. No, that's a lie. I did get some knitting done while I was waiting on my appointment yesterday. So we've got one. I've put a marker in every, I don't know if you can see that, inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm on the last stretch, the last inch. So maybe we can get onto the shoulder decreases today. Fingers crossed. Think for me. Hi folks, I'm back and I look dreadful. I literally shoveled a ton of soil twice today. Anyway, I'm in my UT, and we have just finished the 8.75 inches for the body. Hey, so I'm just gonna hang on a minute. Are we working? Yes. So I'm glad I put the effort in with the steeking, because this is what we're looking like. Cool, huh? I think it's going to be dead easy to just start the shoulder shaping. Shoulder short row shaping. I think I'm basically just gonna cast off these 3 stitches and then work a half at a time. Like actually go into working half at a time, because the next step in the pattern says next row, wrong side, purl, turn, and then you start your short row shaping. So I think if I just cast off those extra stitches, when I cut it, it's just that band. Does that make sense? Let me just do it. Da, da, da. Oh, I've lost a stitch marker. Oh, jeez. Oh. So this is still going to be the start of my round. Let's cast this off. I get rid of 3, so... Oh, see, I hate this. Hang on. Hang on! We need that stitch to cast off, right? So... 1... Does that work? I always get confused when I'm casting off. Let's try that again. So... 1... Oh, 1... 2... 3. So yeah, so when I steek, can you guys see this? I mean, I'll film steeking it when I get to it, but I just need to cut up to here and then it'll just stop. Does that make sense? So what was the next step? Purl turn. So I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna knit, then purl, and then start the shoulder shaping. And I will report back to you once I'm on to that. I have a rabbit to knit too. Hello. So I started this rabbit, right? And can you see how see-through my tension is? That's not gonna be any good for stuffing, is it? What am I on? 3.5. I'm gonna have to go down to 3 somehow. Oh, look at my fingers. I've been dyeing clothes. Hang on. This one's worse. They're on the washing line, hang on. I've been dyeing dresses for going on holiday. Or fabric for dresses for going on holiday. Because finding clothes for fat people is really hard. It's ridiculous. So gonna have to peel this out and start again. Which is so annoying. I feel like this video is just an absolute shambles. An absolute omni shambles of me trying really really hard to like make a video to show you, and live, or I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go bye. Okay, we're back. Where to start? So I wanted to just give you a catch up on how the stashing down was going. I haven't actually finished anything, so I don't think I can technically say I've used any yarn. However, I'm going to just flip the screen down so I'm looking at you and not myself, because that's just weird. I have a lot of things started, but nothing completed, so I can't give myself a win for this. It's only been a fortnight. I can't give myself a win for this because I haven't finished anything, and that would be cheating the system, right? Right. As much as I want to say I've used 100 grams. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to talk about first. Let's talk about my Havas sweater. I don't even know where I am on this, guys. I am here. I have separated for the front and the back, like at the armholes. I have done absolutely zero knitting on this. There we go. I have done zero knitting in this. So there's really no progress to show you. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm still cabling along. I'm still chugging along. The yarn is delicious. It is, I don't even know what the yarn is. It's my yarn. It's Rusty Ferret yarn. Did I say, oh my god, my brain is just on spew mode today. Did I say that I am the owner and dyer of Rusty Ferret yarns? I just assume people know that, but proper podcasters say that's their business, so that's my business. Go check it out. I have some nice yarn for sale. This yarn, however, is, let me see, it's double knit, superwash merino, high twist nylon, 80/20, and it's dyed in the colorway like a moss, because I'm funny. I believe there's still some left on the website, so go check it out. Link down below, you know, all that jazz. But yeah, so I am liking it, but I haven't knit on it, so we're not going to talk much about it because there's nothing to show you. So second thing to show you. Second thing I want to show you, which I cast on literally a couple of days ago, was this rabbit. Look like a rabbit. This is the rabbit for, so the UK, well, Scotland, I'm not sure about the UK, has started this thing of like getting these blank statues and getting artists, local artists, to paint them, sponsored by a local business, and then they go up for auction to raise money for a charity. In Dundee we had penguins, we had oorwillies, I think there was anchors up in this corner. So this time they're doing hares, and it's going to raise money for Clan Cancer, which is like a support for people who are going through cancer, have gone through cancer, and their significant others, family. You can go and speak to people. I think there's therapies and things, and it's something that as a family we have used. And I thought, well, they were looking for people to knit rabbits to sell, so I thought, well, you know, I'll make a rabbit. Giving myself the tightest deadline ever. And then I conned my mum into doing one too, and she's like nearly finished and I hadn't even started, and then I couldn't like flake out and be like, I'm not doing it now, because I'd rather knit on something else. So I cast on the other day, and I have got, the pattern's terrible. It's a terrible pattern. I will link it down below. It's terrible. If you do want to knit one for this event, the deadline is the 31st of May. Message me and I can tell you how to get through the pattern. It's not terrible as in undoable, there's just things missing that would have been helpful. So you kind of do them in like a back panel, a chest panel, 2 arms and 2 ears, I think. A lot of bits. So I have one side, and I think that's a leg, and I had finished this side, but because the pattern said CO, I read that as cast off, and I cast off stitches and was like, why is the head 2 different sizes? Oh no, it turns out that they meant cast on, and it's things like that. That's maybe my misinterpretation, but that's one of the small things that's annoying. Why is my camera flashing at me? I don't know. Never mind. So I'm nearly through 2 bits. I am using some yarn from my stash, which is Wendy Ramsdale. I have this 50-gram bottle, and I had like, what was it, like 25 grams in my stash. So hopefully we can finish this, all of this. For his stomach panel, I'm going to use some Rusty Ferret, like a rainbow. Oh my god, kids rainbow. I think that would make a really cool stomach lining. And do you do the ears as well? I haven't got that far, so I don't know. I'm going to hold this double because this is a double knit, so I think that's quite cute. They want like different looking rabbits. Mum's rabbit's got glitter in it and it's very cute. So I've kind of been, that's the main thing I've been chugging along on. This is yarn I had, sorry if I'm jiggling the camera, I'm leaning on the table. This is yarn that was in my stash from the shop. I used to sell this. It's really nice. Let me just check my notes what's in it. It's going to be Ramsdale. Is it going to be? Did I even write down what it is? No. Oh, it's just 100% wool. I assume it's Ramsdale wool. Is Ramsdale a wool? I think so. But yeah, it's really soft. I made a few felted projects with this, and it's beautiful. So yeah, and it looks really cool in the seed stitch. The whole let's use the other half. The whole body is seed stitch, and it's got a really nice texture to it. So yeah, I don't think I'll be knitting 2. One's enough, but you don't have to stuff it. You do have to stitch it up. I read the instructions wrong, so sorry newsletter people. You just don't have to stitch up the bits that need stuffed because they want to stuff it themselves for hygiene reasons, which is fair, I suppose. So yeah, that is something else that's chugging along. Hopefully I'll have that finished in the next couple of days and I can forget about it. I'm one of those knitters that is full of ideas. Yeah, I'll do this, and then when I get around to it I'm like, I'd rather be working on my own stuff because there's so much things I want to make for me. But it does mean that hopefully somebody will buy it and they'll raise some money for Clan, and I have some yarn at my stash, which is the goal, right? That's the goal. So we're going to move on to the thing I have been knitting the most. My Flutter butt! So as you'll have saw on the chaos clips, I had to do some pulling out and like, what's going on? I'm doing some short rows. I had to rip it back a bit because the pooling is curling at the bottom, so I can't. How cool is that? And I wanted to keep, I thought it would keep going like that all the way up, but it hasn't, but that's cool. I like the thicker stripes, but I didn't like the kind of thin, messy stripes. So I pulled it back. My friend Gail suggested doing steeks. So I really am hoping that I don't even know where they are anymore. I'm really hoping that the 3-stitch steek works. I will report back when I go to cut it. I will film me cutting it because I know everybody is about as masochistic as I am to watch people cut their knitting. I have cast off 3 at the top so that I don't keep going, basically. I hope that works. I hope that was the right thing to do. I don't know. But yeah, so onto the short row shaping. I have used 150 grams already, so I'm onto the second skein, and yeah, I can't count it because the garment's not finished. It's not allowed. I'm stuck. So I have my window open and my neighbours are gonna be like, what the hell is she up to? It's fine, they all think I'm mental anyway. So quick review of the yarn. This is some old Easy Knits. John responded to my Instagram post. He hasn't dyed this in a long time. I think he said 7 years. I'm pretty sure I got this when it first came out. About, did I put a date down? I don't think I did. 2011. That's 12 years ago, guys. Literally 14th of March 2011. Oh my god. Yeah, 12 years I've had this in my stash. The yarn base is 70% Exmoor Horn, 20% alpaca and 10% nylon, and it's really nice. Is it nice next to my skin? I think it is. Like, it's not too prickly. I don't think I'd be able to wear it on a really oh no, I would. She says that's actually quite nice. What am I trying to say about this? The yarn is lovely. I really enjoy the colourway. I like how it's knitting up. We haven't lost the stripes moving into the second skein. I've already knit a good bit with the second skein. No, I haven't. I'm lying to you. I've knit like 2 rows. Feels like a millennium ago. I've been working on that cotton on it. Anyway. So yeah, so chugging away on this. Hopefully I'll have this finished also soon. I'm going on holiday to Mexico and I'm really excited, and that's like, oh my god, this time next week. Do you think I can get this finished for this time next week? I don't think so. But yeah, so I should also say the pattern is the Flutter, I can't speak today. The Flutter Buttshirt by Jessie Maed Designs. Really great pattern. You don't have to be as extra as me putting steeks in. That's not required. And I can't wait to wear it. I think it's going to be a really nice, chuck it on top. I'm going to look cool because that's my greatest achievement in life, is to look cool. So this month's check-in, we have used a grand total of no yarn. I have no yarn used. As you saw, that's not true, but we're not counting it until the thing is finished, and then we will count the yarn when it's actually gone. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. I have totally ripped through that at a rate of knots. I apologise. I'm very aware that I was late getting this done, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Thank you so much for watching. I am gonna go because I have a million and one things I need to do. My next video is gonna be about what yarn I'm taking to Mexico, what projects are coming to Mexico. If you get the how many projects do I need to bring anxiety? So hopefully you'll join me for that next time, like a fortnight, when I will be in Mexico, which is quite exciting. But yeah, thank you for watching. I love you very much. Be good. Bye. I kind of want to put pom-poms in my hair. Like, is that illegal? Like, I'm 12. I'm okay with being 12. Cute. Bye.